Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to the Mother Tressa channel. If you're already familiar with this space, then you already know what to expect. So welcome back. So glad to have you back and to be interacting with your energy. But if you are new to this channel, welcome in. We are here to embrace you with nothing but love and acceptance. So feel free to come in as you are, wherever you are energetically, be it positive, negative, or neutral. It really doesn't matter so long as you leave better than you came, okay? Let's go ahead and get into the messages for you guys. As I was shuffling the deck and cutting the cards, the Temperance card kept showing up. So I wonder if it'll come out in your spread. But regardless, I see some good energy here. What you have is the overlying energy. What you will be feeling the heaviest is the Four of Wands. The cruise that hounds you is the Six of Pentacles. Cool. What's real about the situation? You have the Ten of Cups. Ooh. What's wrong about the situation? You guys have the Strength card. Where you need more information, you have the Hierophant. Okay, the Centaur is I want to say the feature. I want to say feature film. So some of you guys are doing something like that with that type of media or outlet. But the central figure in this card is really what I was trying to get to. So your energy in a way, though a lot of readers associate the Hierophant with the sign of Taurus. And then your outcome card, you have two. You have the Death card with the Two of Wands. Pretty interesting there. And then the bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment card. So, though the Temperance card did not come out, the Temperance is all about doing everything in moderation. You know, equal parts light, equal parts dark, equal parts spirituality, equal parts practicality here. You can see that vibration in a sense with the Six of Pentacles, as whatever is on one side is on the other. It's kind of like the balance beam. This is also earth energy here that's crossing fire energy, because you have the Four of Wands, which is also like a balance beam in a sense, as it's the strong pillars. Okay, so you're only as strong as the weakest link with this Four of Wands energy, but it is more positive here. So you still see that in these cards here. Now with the Four of Wands, this is feeling extremely optimistic. This can also be because you have the Six of Pentacles crossing you, Sagittarians, that you guys are involving yourselves in some sort of community service activity, as 6 is Virgo's number vibrationally. And they are all about doing things to help the greater good, you know, to help mankind here. Often dabbles in the health field. So can be somebody that has like what is that called? Like an all natural or organic business. Also deals with like food and the service industry as well, right? So you guys can be dabbling in that, or you're trying to build something like that that is relatable as well with this energy here. I feel like you or people that you could be partnering with the Four of Wands energy are dropping like little gems, you know what I'm saying? So like whatever it is that you're doing, if it has a fun aspect or element about it, and it can be very playful also, like with that Wands energy, and then you can attribute that also to your sign and fire signs, right? So Aries and Leo, who's also here. It's like, yes, there's going to be fun involved, but you get something out of it. You take something out of it here. This can be something about transferable skills as well. If you guys are involved in school or in learning a trade, you're learning those skills that can really like be built upon and help you with whatever it is that you should do in the future, if you're not providing that again to other people here. But with the Four of Wands, if you are again still building on something that is creative, the focus here, especially with the rest of the spread here, is that you do something that brings you joy but that you can also put the smile on the face of those that either watch you or interact with you. You know, I feel like that's extremely important for you guys right now. And we'll get to love in a second. I know that there are some people that are just itching to know how this applies in a loving or romantic relationship. But I have to start with business, because Six of Pentacles is all about like getting a loan or getting some sort of like advice or becoming like a beneficiary. I don't know what that's called when you like sign up for your benefits in your 401k plan. Is it a beneficiary? Like if you were to pass, it's kind of like that will of who has authority over like your money or can make those sort of decisions. Like it's that type of energy here. Or where you're trying to pitch some sort of idea to someone to get them to join your team. But it's figuring out how you can go about that. Or again, how you can get sponsored. I'm hearing sponsorship with this Six of Pentacles. That's really what's jumping out to me first and foremost here. So a lot of you guys are going to be struggling at this time as far as energy, if not an actual person, with somebody that likes to have all of the attention, right? If this is not you, then this is the person that you can be, again, like trying to come to terms of agreement with this Six of Pentacles energy. And trying to form a treaty with is what I'm hearing. I don't know how this is going to apply on like a political level, but yeah, who you can form a treaty with or an alliance with here. I'm also hearing those terms and seeing those words. But this is somebody that, again, likes to have all of the attention with that Leo energy in the Strength card, right? And is highly independent. So it's going to be hard trying to get that person to be fair, right? Or if you've already been involved with this person, that's what you're struggling with, and getting this person to like see the bigger picture, and to see that everybody has a role to play. You know, it's not that you're trying to defame them in any way or humiliate them in any way. This can be vice versa energy if this is what somebody's trying to do with you. By way of the title, because I'm definitely getting the sense that if you're in a working environment, somebody's been demoted or is feeling like they're getting less than what they deserve out of it. So if you're trying to build a business and you're the CEO, then you hired this person on as like a GM, but they want to have the same position and the same benefits that you already have, even though it wasn't their idea. But it's coming from, again, that place of, being head honcho, you know, and feeling like they deserve more, like that entitled energy here, if this is not you. Or if you're working on your own and this Four of Wands is just you and your family members, and you guys trying to cultivate a business together and trying to work out the kinks, if you will, with the Six of Pentacles energy, and just you at this time just learning again about the business, like the back end of the business, how to do like payroll, how to have like an Excel spreadsheet for budgeting, or with you and your family, you're trying to come up with different ideas for what you guys can do, because it's, you know, it's crossing that Wands energy, which is action oriented. Then what you're struggling with at this time, though you are extremely excited, and this is a confirmation that this is something that you can do and that you can definitely have fun with, and that will help your soul to evolve, you know, and or ascend here. I feel like there are some issues with being self-conscious, and so you're needing to work on that, especially if you are not used to public speaking, or especially if you're not used to being front and center. This can be, again, that either or, as far as lying on the spectrum of extremes here. So you're not a vain individual. You're not used to having all eyes on you or attention on you. then that's something that you're going to have to work on, being brave and courageous and stepping outside of your comfort zone. But also having restraint. Also, if again you've already been serving in a certain position that has gained some sort of traction, where you have a little bit of attention with this Four of Wands energy, and you start to see some income coming in, and you have excess money to spend, or just resources available to you, that you don't let it get to your head here, right? Because what's been given can very easily be taken away. Just be very mindful as we're ending out with this and the Judgment at the bottom of the deck. With the Hierophant card, I saw Bill Cosby. I know that can be a controversial topic, and maybe some of you guys, you have that. Maybe you have like a podcast and you talk about very triggering or controversial or very forward topics. It's definitely unconventional, or that's something that you're looking at with Bill Cosby. If you're doing something that's a little bit more traditional, you're trying to bring that era of family-focused activities and how to have fun and how to be yourself, and showing unconditional love with this Ten of Cups, then that's what you're looking at. So again, it's on either side. Looking at the ways that we have played to societal norms, and again, what we deem to be acceptable and or normal, and or following the status quo, and branching out and kind of breaking out of your shell in that way. Again, with the Strength energy here, that's in the what's wrong position, or needing to, or vice versa. Again, you're trying to bring back family values and unity here, because there is no I in team with the Four of Wands. When you see that card, it's like whatever you get and whatever you have, you also make sure that those that are supporting you and around you and that you love and care for are also coming up, right? So there is no crabs in the barrel mentality with you guys, unless you're dealing with somebody that just has that type of attitude, again, in a working environment, or whoever you have been partnering with or working with. And so for some of you guys, you're going to be making a decision, if it's been hard, difficult, and challenging, and you can't really see a solution to the problem here, because again, you're being crossed with that energy, then some of you guys are going to be looking the other way, turning the other cheek is what I'm hearing, and finding work elsewhere, or branching out and going on your own. Say again, if you have a podcast, or you're doing something political here, or you're in a girl group, because now that's coming through. Oh, sorry, I don't know where that came from. Then you're cleaving from the group and doing something that may be a little bit more independent, or scaling back. Again, if this is about the demotion here, you're scaling back in the size of the company, or who it is that actually wants to do it. Like, you need to be partnering with people that have the same drive and ambition as you, or that's what you're seeking to do. In matters of heart and relationships, this is you guys wanted to take your relationship to the next level, because you're at the 6, which is right before the 7. And so you're trying to figure out, okay, can I really build like a dynasty with the person that I'm with, that I have caught feelings for, that has my attention, you know, that we have chemistry here. There are a lot of good qualities about the person. But again, as I always say, good and right are not synonymous. So you're really looking at how compatible you are. You feel like you're compatible. You feel like this could be the one. You feel like you may already know this person, or they're energetically in your auric field, so they're coming in if you are single. Some of this is, again, you having to just be a little bit more straightforward and blunt about the things that you want, about what your deal breakers are, about the way that you need to be shown affection and how much attention you may need if it's at that point. For some of you guys, though, I'm definitely getting a housewife vibe with the 6 of Pentacles, because it seems like somebody's begging for like an allowance here. So I feel like some of you guys are trying to figure out how you can be independent while being interdependent, right? Making sure that you have something for yourself, so that you feel more equally yoked with your partner here. But again, it's going to come down to you being brave enough to say, you know what, that lifestyle isn't for me anymore. I want something different. I want to try some new things with this Wands energy. Some things that you are definitely passionate about, and some things that can go far, right? You just feel deeply inspired at this time to do. But again, for some of you guys, it's going to be breaking that norm of tradition and the gender roles, right? And what is expected maybe from your culture for women and or men to do. But at the very least, you guys are going to be making some advancements or making some enhancements in your relationship. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarians. If this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Subscribe if you haven't, and book with me should you need to. But if I don't hear from you, then please just take care of yourself and your soul until you hear from me again. Ciao.